Thanks, Lailah, for hanging out with me.
Don't mention it. I was thinking of coming up here and watching the city anyway.
So this is where Sorey's guidance has led us.
Indeed. I'm sure he is doing much the same, watching them and thinking about how far we've come. Edna and Zaveid too. After our long journey with the shepherd, I imagine they're using this time to reflect on their past and, perhaps, their future.
Kinda like us, huh?
Well, well. Edna coming to see me? Should I be scanning the skies for pigs?
I want you to tell me, why were you killing Hellions?
Where'd this come from? And why now?
Is it to save them? Did you make up your mind that it's something you have to do in order to save them, like Sorey did?
Oh, I get it. You still haven't quite wrapped your head around the idea of death as a form of salvation. And so every time you put it into words, it's been to convince yourself.
Edna is a smart woman. I imagine right now she's busy sorting out her feelings before we face our final battle. No doubt she's consulting Zaveid for guidance. He's seen more of the world than any of us, the good and the bad.
You're really a good study of people. You should have been a school teacher.
Oh, but Rose, you had something you wanted to ask me, didn't you?
When the dragon appeared, Sorey found his answer right then and there, didn't he? It was that he didn't want that battlefield to see any further killing or bloodshed.
Yes, and then he immediately took the actions he deemed necessary in order to achieve that. Time flows differently for people with a vision, or so it seems to the rest of us sometimes.
He's incredible.
Wow, look at all those stars. Yeah. I forget who said it, that there are as many emotions as stars in the sky. I can totally see that.
A metaphor for how each emotion sparkles in its own way, huh? Must have been a romantic who came up with that one.
But you can also sense his insecurities about that, can't you, Rose? Like he's constantly on edge, worrying that if he let his guard down even a little bit, he'd lose his way again.
I think Sorey himself might be the only one who doesn't see that. I mean, you know how little it takes for a taut string to go snap, right?
Are you worried?
Not worried, really. Whatever happens, whatever the future brings, I hope I can make it work somehow. No, I know I can.
So that's your answer.
I guess so. But I've always been like this ever since I was a kid.
I'm starting to understand why you don't generate any malevolence.
So I want everyone not to worry and to just go do what they need to do. How? But I don't mean like, see ya, have fun, I'll be over here. I promise I'm with the rest of you guys for the long haul.
Don't you think it would be better to tell that to everyone, not just me? After all, I'm sure Edna and Zaveid would take no small amount of inspiration from it.
I don't know, it'd be weird to walk up to them and be like, I am here, we are friends.
Probably true.
Sheesh, you women folks sure are complicated. But then, that's part of the appeal.
Are you just stupid?
Yep, big old stupid Ed. The type who can't do anything but believe in the one way he's found to get stuff done.
What makes you believe in it?
I just have a need to protect the pride of my friends and fellow Seraphim. No one becomes a Hellion because they want to. But when you turn into one, you know what that means, right? So that's why I end it for them, for the sake of their pride.
And you think that saves them?
Who knows? That's something they get to ponder after death, in their own personal afterlife.
How gallant of you. So that must be what makes you so...
Attractive? Ow! Hey! Knock it off! Don't you all have one more thing you need to brace yourselves for?
It'll depend on what Sorey does with Maltellus after we take down Heldolf. But you know what? That's alright. I'm prepared. No matter what he decides, I'm willing to accept it.
Gotta say, I think your resolve wins out over mine. I don't even know if I could do that. Just look on silently while one of our own suffers in agony.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about that. We're all in this together till the very end.
So, if Zaveid's quivering in fear, you'll be there to give him a gentle hug, right?
Gross.
Well, if my saying something is enough to cheer those two up, it might be worth it after all.
It's enough to have someone to lend you a kind word. After all, that's what friends and comrades are for. But Rose, if you don't mind, may I ask what prompted you to bring all this up?
I just kind of thought you and I might have sort of been thinking about stuff along the same lines. I just wanted to tell you, you don't have to carry it all by yourself. Huh? What? Did I say something funny?
The two of us really are more alike than we realize. We commit to things, we decide on what role we're gonna play, without really consulting with anyone else.
Oh, now that you mention it... So that's why I felt like we might be sharing the same thoughts. We're the same, independent women.
Rose, I must thank you. I feel like a great load has been taken off my mind.
Really? Hey, cool beans.
I'm profoundly grateful to whatever twist of fate brought us together.
You really are a drama queen, Lailah.
Aw, Rose!
All right, come on. We got some friends to go cheer up.
There's something I learned from this journey. Some stars you can't see, and because you can't see them, you think they're not shining. But they are.
It turned out that there were a lot of stars that we couldn't see from our home in Elysia.
Once people notice the stars, they start to understand just how brilliantly they shine. Just like how Alisha finally got a sense of what Seraphim were truly like the first time she heard your voices.
That was a trip. You should have seen your face.
I was really excited back then. It gave me hope that one day other humans might be able to talk to the Seraphim.
But even then, you had to cut off your senses and hold your... Oh, I see. You were actually contemplating what you'll do after the last battle.
Yeah. If I let myself become a vessel for Maltellus and shut off all my senses, we might be able to spread that power throughout the entire continent of Glenwood. If it works, and that's a big if, the Squire ought to be able to wield power like mine, even if she doesn't possess natural ability on par with a shepherd.
So long as you entrusted all of your senses to the Squire, it's not out of the question. And we might be able to grow the ranks of Squires who could help us. Just think of Alisha. It's arguably a more constructive approach than just waiting for another shepherd to appear.
Exactly.
But you understand the implications, don't you?
Yeah. Until the Squires can quell enough of the Earth's malevolence to let Maltellus's natural purification take over, I would need to wait and sleep.
By bonding with Maltellus, you'll be abandoned in time. It could take years. It could take centuries. And even if humans appear who can see and talk to Seraphim, there's no guarantee they'll choose the path of coexistence.
I believe in them.
What about your dream? Weren't you going to go off exploring ruins around the world?
My dream will live on, so long as I don't forget.
Very well.
Thank you, Mikleo.
You're like prototypically stupid.
It's not so much that guys are stupid. It's just that the ladies are too smart.
What's that, your philosophy?
Looks like the gang's all here.
I suppose you were all listening to us then?
Yes.
I may not be Edna, but you really are
Totally
stupid.
Let's head out.
Huh? We're not waiting till morning?
No farewells to Alisha or anyone?
I'd like to set out under these stars tonight, so that every time I gaze up at the night sky, I can remember this very day.
Guess we've got our own romantic right here.
You think so?
So what's up? Are we going?
Yeah.
To the last battle.
Yeah.
All right then. No doubts, no regrets.
Let's go.
You're not worried about Alisha and the others?
Not at all. Sergei and Lucas are with her.
Our next destination is Elysia.
Yeah, there should be a passage that leads to Camlon where Maltellus is waiting.
What are we gonna tell Gramps?
Let's just not tell him.
Sorey!
There's no need. It's not like we'll never see him again.
You're right. Let's do this.
Huh? What's up with the two of you?
We were going to report to you about two separate incidents.
But it looks like they're related.
What do you mean?
I had some info about the Romano firm. The owner, Romano, is supposedly an art connoisseur. People who went bankrupt offered him their prized arts as collateral for relief.
Mine was about the children of the vagrant hunters. Apparently, their targets were carriers hired by those bankrupt families. So the stolen goods were works of art, to be taken as collateral for Romano.
Could that be just coincidence?
Everything happens from the interrelated strands of coincidence. But behind every hint of self-interest is an intention.
Right.
Romano claimed breach of contract, saying he didn't get the goods and gave a final warning. That's why so many have had to file bankruptcy.
And what happened to the artworks?
He's taken them all for himself.
So this was all a scheme for him to get his hands on them.
Can't be held accountable if there's no evidence, right?
The only evidence there is would be the group of children who attacked the carrier.
So that's what he meant by destroying the evidence. That no good, lousy son of a...
All right, I'll go find out myself.
Romano's headed for Marland. Be careful.
He must have bodyguards too.
Roger. You two keep investigating. Hey,
I'll go too.
thanks.
Time for battle! I better get it now! Blades of ice!
Let's do some fortune telling.
Okay, here goes!
What brilliance!
It's got such an intimidating aura.
Yes, it's dangerous to go near it without heat. Especially when they cast curse spells. What a pain.
Sword Ray! Darn it! Blade Bang! Dragon Bang! Slice through air! Yeah! Aqua Blade!
Get lost!
Desert Flame!
Things are getting ran through! I showed them!
Can't believe we really beat the dragon. Pretty impressive. That's why you the man, Sorey.
I know. It's about Edna's brother, isn't it?
You might have noticed that already, but if we shoot Eisen with Siegfried,
We might be able to get rid of the malevolence and return him to normal.
it's still only a possibility. We may need more than one bullet, and who knows if this will even work.
Yeah. I know that now's not the time.
Sorry, maybe I said too much.
But if we scour the world, we might be able to find another way.
Yeah. But Heldolf ain't gonna wait for us.
This could be our only chance.
I'm not forcing it, you know.
Because you'll do it yourself anyways, right?
You bet I will.
So it's finally over.
What an incredible finishing blow! I could feel the determination just resonating.
Rose didn't stop Sorey this time.
Huh? Did she stop him before?
Yeah. Rose was the one who killed the Cardinal when we couldn't purify her. Sorey's job is to give life. Mine is to take it. That's what she said.
That's so like her.
It's not like we wanted her to resort to such means, of course, but why wouldn't she stop him this time?
Sorey found his answer. Rose wanted to give him strength. So, if you think about it that way, nothing's really changed.
You're right. Rose may be more considerate towards Sorey than we realize.
Yeah, but you'll never know until you ask.
There's no need to ask. I believe her.
If you say so. Where's Lailah and the others?
They said that they'll be at the sauna.
All right, let's all go together. That means you too, Mick boy.
I'll pass.
Unacceptable. As men, we need to be opened and yeah, blah 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 blah, something something.
What's with you guys? So hey, fun fact. Popular theory has it that the prototype for saunas was originally a smokehouse.
All right, time to read the wind. I got this.
So, either way, it came from the northern regions. And then I guess spread across the Glenwood continent from there?
It's quite a mystery if you think about it.
Nope, not Edna. Maybe in another 3,000 years or so.
Maybe it's because the entire continent used to be super cold?
Past the heat waves and beyond. Go!
Is that even possible?
Oh, right! That tree stump from Volgran Forest.
Dezel mentioned how there was a period where the sunlight was rather weak.
Ow! My wind got blocked. Must be Lila's fire.
What an unexpected discovery.
We might be able to prove something historic.
Sure
is
is
hot.
It's so loud in the guys' sauna.
Sorey and Mikleo are probably having some sort of conversation about the history of sauna or something like that.
Like a how did sauna spread to the rest of the world sort of discussion.
Yeah.
Not to mention one gross perv among them.
Don't worry, I've burnt all those creepy winds coming our way.
What stupidity! They need to learn to just relax and enjoy this paradise of heat.
Yes, I feel as if it's purifying my body and soul.
To not even be able to appreciate a time like this. Guys sure are.
Childish.